Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Queen of the place to be reviews, right here with all of yous, even the Orthodox Jews. L'chaim, my people. That's something that's usually only reserved for live shows, but you know, I have the shirt on today, so we're going to talk some Star Wars today. I'm going to take a break from my reviews and covering Batwoman and the live streams to talk some Star Wars. Now, this is an article from Screen Rant. Yes, the Screen Rant that 2 hours after the tragic passing of the very talented actor Chadwick Boseman had published an article about who should replace him as the Black Panther and T'Challa. They're trying their hand at pushing this Star Wars, you have to be high to enjoy this republic, and the fact that there's a sentient plant monster, race of plant monsters, that is more dangerous than the Sith. This article is by Thomas Canadian Bacon, which is just fucking ham. Anyway, let's get into this article. I'll talk about it there. Monkeys, roll the footage. Let's get into this article from ScreenRant.com. Star Wars, The High Republic's real villains are more dangerous than the Sith. Claudia Gray's Star Wars novel Into the Dark introduces the true threat to the High Republic, the Drengir, worse and more dangerous than the Sith. Now, this is funny because Claudia Gray doesn't know anything about Star Wars. When she signed off of an interview about Star Wars, she said, I believe it was May the Force be with you, but gave like the Spock hands. I can't do it, but you know what I'm talking about. The Vulcan thing. The hand sign. She did the live long and prosper gimmick. I don't know. But she knows nothing about Star Wars. It's proven. There we see Grampy Palpy in the Cyclops. Is that what we're doing now? We have Cyclopses? Are they just called Cyclops if there's multiples of them? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Star Wars has introduced a terrifying new enemy called the Drengir, and they seem to be more dangerous than even the Sith. Lucasfilm launched an exciting transmedia initiative called Star Wars The High Republic, which is set 200 years before the events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It launched January 2020 to little or no fanfare, with Charles Soule's Light of the Jedi and Justina Ireland's A Test of Courage, to popular and critical acclaim, with both becoming New York Times bestsellers.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
The New York Times bestseller list is worthless. It is a bought and paid for popularity contest. It's like you pay a company to go out and buy a certain copy of your books, and a number of copies of your books, put you on the New York Times bestseller list. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. So it's not a big accomplishment. And Justina Ireland has no idea what Star Wars is, nor does she care about Star Wars. Charles Soule is probably the only author within the sect of the High Republic story group that just is not involved in the identity politics and doesn't really say anything. Cavan Scott was another one. He made the mistake with the lightsaber cutting through the rock and stopping. He came out and corrected that afterwards, apologized for his faux pas. He didn't call the fans incel, neckbeard, man-baby, basement-dwelling, troglodytic trolls. Or he simply said, I'm sorry, I'll do better next time. So, see, it's okay to apologize to the fans. Lucasfilm has suggested the main villains of Star Wars The High Republic are a group of so-called space Vikings called the Nile.
You serious?
But it's been long clear there is more to the story than that. Teasers have hinted that Jedi of the High Republic era will find themselves battling for control of the Force itself. That doesn't make any sense, considering what we know about the Force. Makes no sense at all. And the Nile aren't particularly Force sensitive, so the general assumption has been that there are still other threats lurking in the Outer Rim.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Claudia Gray's novel Into the Dark is the latest chapter of Star Wars that you have to be high to enjoy this republic. It introduces readers to a race of plant-like creatures called the Drengir. Now, if only there was a race of organic creatures who had already threatened basically the entire Star Wars galaxy. Oh, that's right. The Yuuzhan Vong with their organic-based weaponry and world ships. Yeah, but that's the EU. And, well, while the EU was never canon, a lot of things have been adapted from the EU, including in The Mandalorian. This is something that could be adapted, but it's pre-existing lore, and we know that these people from the High Republic have no creativity to invent anything new, so I guarantee you Claudia Gray probably perused some, and this is speculatory on my part, obviously.
Strictly speculatory, so take these rumors with a grain of the usual salt.
But it just seems a bit odd that you have this plant-based threat, this race, the Drengir, could be based on the Yuuzhan Vong. Now, I'm not saying the Yuuzhan Vong were plants, but their weapons were organic. They were alive. They had, they had world ships. So the Yuuzhan Vong War killed off Chewbacca. It was a serious threat, So it even made Luke question things. This is just laughable to me that they're going to try to do this now in this book. I'm not going to read any of this crap. I'm going to be honest with you. Somebody sends me a copy, I'll read it. So if you want me to read it and review it, hit me up on Twitter. I'll get you a P.O. box where you can send me a physical copy, or you can send me a digital copy, and I'll read it and I'll review it. Star Wars That Have to Be High to Enjoy This Republic introduces readers to the race of plant-like creatures called the Drengir, who are steeped in the dark side of the Force. Into the dark, a handful of Jedi stumble upon an ancient satellite where Drengir have actually been contained by the Sith, who had been unable to completely destroy them. Although the book comes to a close with the immediate threat of the Drengir apparently over, solicits for some of Marvel's You Have to Be High to Enjoy This Republic comics have suggested the aliens will return in force, so the Sith couldn't beat them. As we take a look at this picture, we see Audrey 2 is one of the Drengir.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long.
The Drengir are like any threat seen in the Star Wars galaxy, whether in canon or the old expanded universe, because they are sentient plant life. Their whole way of thinking is completely different to that of mammals, and they have absolutely no ability to empathize with the meat they seek to conquer and devour. The Drengir possess a knowledge of toxins and poisons that is unparalleled, and Into the Dark are actually able to break the mind of a seasoned Jedi. The Drengir have already been set up in the Target edition of George Mann's Star Wars The Dark Legends, which contained a story set during the High Republic era in which the Drengir seeds were sown on fertile soil. They grew into a terrifying threat within just a day, drawing all nutrients from the soils and killing nearby crops. This corresponds with solicits for Star Wars That You Have to Be High to Republic to Enjoy This, number 3, which reveal a horror lurking, quote, in the darkness beneath the rotting crops, is driving Jedi insane. All the stories in Star Wars That You Have to Be High to Enjoy This Republic so far have established how dependent the galaxy is upon agricultural worlds of the Mid and Outer Rim, so a Drengir infestation across the region could be devastating. Ironically, Into the Dark suggests the cause of all the problems is a mistake by a Jedi, one made with the very best of intentions. In an attempt to defeat the Drengir, Padawan Reath Silas scatters a number of hyperspace pods across the galaxy. He does not, however, take the time to check whether all the pods are empty, and it's reasonable to assume some of them contain seeds. That would explain where the seeds in Dark Legends came from and why the Drengir are suddenly growing on other worlds as well. Into the Dark reveals the Sith themselves could not destroy the Drengir, instead using dark side sorcery to contain them. Given the evolution of the sentient plants appears unique in the galaxy, it is entirely possible the Sith actually created them and then realized this was a force they could not control. It looks as though the Drengir are about to be unleashed upon the galaxy in Star Wars That You Have to Be High to Enjoy This Republic. And the Jedi must find a way to achieve what the Sith cannot and destroy them forever. Wow, so this just sounds like a whole steaming pile of shit that nobody wants. I mean, really, the Drengir are basically the Yuuzhan Vong. It's a different take on the Yuuzhan Vong, it sounds like. It just sounds contrived to me. It really does. Nothing about this is exciting. The Jedi designs for the You Have to Be High to Enjoy This Republic are pretty well trash. The character designs are simplistic at best, look like beginning art students did them. I mean, I have no artistic ability whatsoever, and I feel like if I really sat down and put my mind to it, I could design better characters than this. And anybody who's read a sampling of my writing knows that I can already write more compelling things than this. I mean, I sat down in 1 hour and came up with 8 typed pages of an outline for a sci-fi TV show. Not a sci-fi channel show, a science fiction type show. Like I said, unless you're going to make the Yuuzhan Vong come to life, and that I don't trust the Lucasfilm Story Group to do, and that is such a broad intergalactic confrontation that I don't know if you could do that in a show. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Etepo, Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. And remember, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Boom!